What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Last video for the night, okay? Listen, man, it's looking scary out there for these PlayStation 5 fans, okay? The PlayStation 5 fans are admitting defeat. Just look at my comment sections. They are admitting defeat. The amount of PlayStation gamers that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, agree with me that you don't buy a PlayStation for their exclusive is ridiculous. Now they don't even realize that that's exactly how they're wording it. They don't even realize that that's exactly how they're wording it. But the proof is in the pudding. These fools will say things like PlayStation is better because we got your games, meaning they got Xbox games. Do you guys remember what they were saying when PC gamers started getting PlayStation games? Oh, because what's good for the geese is good for the what? The gander. I think that's how you say it. They used to tell PC gamers, now you finally have great games because you have PlayStation games. Now you finally got games because you got our games. Listen, an Xbox gamer can look at you right now, Pony, and say, now you finally got great games because you got our games. The difference is you used to pretend like our games weren't good. Forza Horizon 5 has been a banger. No questions asked. And you dismissed it. You did. You dismissed it. The lies, the hypocrisy. I'll play a game wherever. If the game is good, I'll buy it there. You lied. You lied. But that's okay. Don't worry about it. I buy a PlayStation for the PlayStation exclusive, for that Sony greatness. You lied, because right now there is no Sony greatness. And in my comment section, all you keep talking about are games that don't belong to Sony. Games that Sony is actively blocking from other places to play, but aren't even really theirs. So you're not there to play PlayStation greatness. You're not there for the Sony exclusives. No. You lied. You are admitting what you're actually there for. You're there for everything else, the exact same thing that I've been saying since the beginning of this generation. The numbers don't lie either. PlayStation is just more popular. And you want to feel validated in your purchase, which is weird. That is a PlayStation fan sickness, that wanting to feel validated. Look at all the PlayStation 5 Pro owners. They really care about what we think. PlayStation 5 Pro owners really care about what we think. You know how you prove that the PlayStation 5 is great? You don't need to show benchmarks. You don't need to show it. You don't need to say anything. Yet day in, I do not go a single day without going on X with somebody talking about how great their Series X is. Go on my X. Tell me how many times I've spoken about how great my 9070 XT is. I don't have to say it. What's known doesn't have to be said. The problem is everybody knows that the PlayStation 5 Pro is a scam. Everybody knows that they had to show what older games look like. Older games better look great on it. But shout out to Sir Bravia. Sir Bravia had me catch the biggest L of this year for me, right? Because everybody agreed with him when I was complaining about Forza Horizon 5 running better on PlayStation 5, running better on PlayStation 5 Pro, being enhanced. He's right. It is an old game. It better run better on newer hardware. So here we go. Now we got all kinds of old games, and that's the only thing that the PlayStation 5 Pro can show that it runs better with. The only new game that you can actually point is Shadows, and that's not even a Sony game. So for all of you out there that claim that you bought a PlayStation for their exclusives, either you lied or right now you need to be honest with yourself and be like, yo, Sony is jacking up. Sony is disappointing me because I bought the PlayStation for their exclusive. Imagine if Nintendo did this. Imagine if you bought a Nintendo Switch 2 and the only games coming out were Metroid, Donkey Kong, and Mario Kart. The first year, then after that, it was scarce. It was one Nintendo game per year. Maybe. And everything else was just third party. What would you do? You would be really disappointed about that Nintendo. You would. because you know that Nintendo is what you actually buy for their exclusives, not PlayStation, and you just proved it to me. But when you say things like, we got your games, you look silly, because then as a PC gamer, I could say, we got your games. And your talking point used to be, yeah, now you got our games. You lucky you got our games. Now you got actually something good to play. Hey, let me hold that mirror up. Now you got actually something good to play because Xbox is being courteous and giving you games. The only difference is you got to pay full price for it. I pay full price to own my games. No, you don't. You're paying full price to own that license. I'm renting that game if I choose to play it on Game Pass to have access to that license for a limited amount of time, which nobody knows exactly how long that is. But if I beat the game, like I beat Indiana Jones, ain't no need for me to buy that game. Maybe if I see it on sale on Steam or something like that, but ain't no real need for me to buy that game again. I already beat it. I'm not going to play it again. But it is what it is. Doc Dog 985, there's levels to this. Hey, they're admitting it. They have admitted that PlayStation is not giving them what they need. Every single time they brag about a game that's not a PlayStation game, they're admitting PlayStation is not giving me what I need. They said imagine owning a PlayStation in 2025 and it'll have 4 pictures of games, and 2 of them will be games that are on Game Pass. And one of them will be Ghost of Yotei, and one of them will be Death Stranding 2. Let me tell you something, okay? If you haven't beaten Death Stranding 1, shut your mouth about Death Stranding 2. I beat Death Stranding 1. Okay, so how about you shut your mouth? And the reason I'm saying this is because I beat Death Stranding 1 recently. And I admit it, I thought Death Stranding 1 was an awesome game. I really enjoyed that game. But I ain't gonna hold you. There's not an inkling in my body that's like, oh, I can't wait for Death Stranding 2. Nah. I'll wait. It's not one of those games that you gotta play right away. Come on now, stop lying, stop the cap. And yes, it is a walking simulator. Yes, it is. But it's a fun walking simulator, and that's okay. At least it is a game. But that's still not even your game either. God, that's a Kojima game. Let me stop talking to these ponies because I'm gonna lose brain cells. Doc Dog 985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.